Hello everybody, this is Andrew Broussard, and today I have a quick landscape watercolor demo for you. I don't have anything in mind, so it's going to be improvised, and it'll be fast and loose. And what I'm doing is I'm taking this quarter sheet of Stonehenge Aqua and just soaking it with water. And while it soaks and stretches, I'll clean up the palette. Okay, so it's good enough coating. What I do is, and I cleaned off all the excess paper towels, mainly because I was doing an oil painting on here yesterday, so I try not to let those towels mix. And I'm just going to wipe it down. I think for the most part the palette is pretty decent with colors. We'll see if we have to add anything. I'm going to shift this over here. Unfortunately, when I live stream, there's a chat window on the right side of the screen, so it covers up what I'm showing. I could very faintly see that right there through the chat. So I think this is the best I can get for you guys to see everything. Now, that's good. The water is spritzed on the palette. What I think I'll do, and so this is just going to be off the fly. Let's grab some raw sienna for the sky. Raw sienna down below. And I'll put ultramarine in the sky. I think I'm going to do a high horizon line. So that's why I'm so high up here with this. And I'll mix light red oxide with ultramarine and start getting a purple. So high horizon line, let's say it's going to be pretty high. That is a high horizon line. Come right there, do a little stretching. I did an oil yesterday that kind of was like this composition, where I'm just going to work my way down. I'll have a pool of water in here. We'll connect in front. That's two dead center. So I'll push it over here. So we'll do the pool of water on this side. Block it off with shadow, so I'll have a dark object here. So I'm just kind of creating the composition. I'm just using this mixture. And I'm trying to do just a quick, fast and loose setup. So we have that. And we can make this kind of like an overlook, a closer layer. And what I'm doing is just stretching the paper out as I go. I'm trying to make this so that it's only like a 25-minute video or 30-minute video. Okay, so now ultramarine, Venetian red for that stronger purple, so I'm going to feed that into these spots, into this far tree line. Bring this mass down and bring the shadow down in here. And I'll have grass or bush right along there. This is just darkening my values. And now I'll work my way back up again. This time I'll try to grab some burnt sienna into this mixture. Give me a darker. I want to almost blend this mass into this other, the actual foliage. So the shadow mass is trying to be blended in here. And all I'm doing is just taking the Hake brush and just playing around wet and wet. Then I'm going to wind up having another tree element that'll come up in front. All right, let's get some burnt umber. I think I grabbed a little phthalo blue accidentally, so those two were getting close together. Yeah, definitely phthalo blue. Got caught. And that helps. It kind of pushes it forward a little bit more. It helps with this layer that I'm trying to create. Putting this dark here to stop the eye from traveling. Grab some Payne's Gray. Just bringing it closer and darker. Okay. I'll grab the rigger and mix more of a pigment concentration. So this is a closer grouping. We can lift out over here, but I think I just want everything kind of on the dark side. Oh, we have somebody in the chat. Said Bob Ross 5s, and they said good day. How's it going? We're just doing a quick watercolor, wet and wet, just to splash some paint around. So imaginary scene, just letting it take shape. It's kind of based off of a oil painting that I did yesterday, which was again imaginary scene, and I just let it take shape. I'm going to let this light hook back here, and I'll let this hook in front. And give a little idea of depth right in here. Bring the shadow down. We'll just mix in a little bit of burnt umber. I'm just bringing this dark down. So it's just a tonalist, moody watercolor painting. I had wanted to do some art earlier, but my buddy hit me up and had me go online, and we played a board game against each other. It's called Command and Colors, where you reenact battles from different historical battles, and it's a board game. We were just doing Rome versus Carthage, and he destroyed me, but it's just a lot of fun. I've known him since I was in 4th grade, and he's up in New York right now. I'm down in Louisiana. Right now he's in the process. They're trying to get Fire Island ready. The point that the area that he kind of manages to, feed the people that come there during the summer, in the vacation homes and whatnot. And he's also training to be a firefighter up there, so we were talking about that, and that was cool. Yeah, this is dark and moody. Unfortunately, with watercolor, like I always say, we have that tonal shift that takes place. So when we dry, it's going to lighten up. And then I'm going to have to darken it up again in some spots. I think that we do need to scrape out some trunks and some lights, unfortunately. Now, I have to be a little timid at this point just to think about how I want to create these. So I can scrape the lights. And the thing that we always talk about with scraping is you have to judge the content level, the moisture content of the water, especially, we're doing wet and wet. And if we're too wet, we get a backfill. And that is partially happening here. 2 ways to do that is to correct it, dig harder, and that'll do a wider area with it. Or we could dry the paper a little bit more, which we didn't do any drying, we're just working our way forward, and we can work on it from there. Just a few little marks. And let's see. I could scrape out a whole trunk coming from here up in front. I could also, what else could I do? Do that on the other side as well, or I could do a dark structure here, and that would be a circular type composition. I haven't cleaned the brush at all, so if you look, here's my water. So we'll clean that right now. Now everything's dirty. The only reason I thought of cleaning it was that I might put a little bit of color in the sky. See how we are up in here? We're starting to dry. I'm going to leave that the way it is. Okay, let's do scrape from here. Yeah, let's just do a dry off. Okay, so that's the dry off. We're still a little damp in spots, but it's okay. Like I said, we're going for a fast, quick painting. So I'm going to build up dark, ultramarine, burnt umber, Payne's gray, just to get a dark. And just taking that same dark to get texture. Grab it on the rigger. And build this whole line of brush and trees right here. Okay, so just build up this texture down here just to set these trees in place. You could also throw texture up on top for foliage. All I'm just doing is just grabbing a mishmash. Just to bring us to the edge of that line. And kind of lead off the paper with this. I don't know if I want to do that. So what I'll do is I'm just having fun with the rigger, just working fast, working loose, trying to make this organic, trying not to do any parallel lines or any weird crisscrossings or anything like that. It's just for us to have fun and de-stress. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned, hey, I have a Patreon account. If you look down below, I have a link and you can join it. And there's two different tiers. One's like a $2 or $3 tier. The other one is a $5 tier. This helps me purchase items and art supplies to be used in this channel. And the second tier gives access to exclusive content for the patrons. If you are unable or unwilling to join, that's totally fine. I appreciate you guys just watching and commenting and liking these videos. If you ever have any questions, feel free to ask down below. I try to answer those questions in a timely manner, as long as I get a notification from it. Sometimes I don't get a notification. But please, if you have anything, I would love to hear from you. I also have different social media accounts, and I would love to see any results that you do from any work that you do. If you want to follow along with any of these tutorials, I would love to see your results. If somebody says, hey, I like that painting you did, I would like to purchase it, and it was done from one of these tutorials, guess what? You have my permission to go ahead and sell it. Go for it. You know, make a few bucks. You know, if you get satisfaction out of it, if somebody else gets satisfaction out of it, and it brightens somebody's day, and it allows you to pursue art, go for it. I would be more than excited for you to hear that you have sold a painting that you had done after watching one of these videos. How was that spiel? I need to update my Etsy, but nobody's really been purchasing the past few weeks from Etsy, but I haven't really updated it. I have a lot of stuff up there. I just, I know a lot of people aren't looking to buy too much art right now with the whole pandemic global thing going on. I think that's what's stressing me out. I let it get to me today. I apologize for that. We stand up, take a look. We're going to have a drying shift here, but there's just some areas that I just really want to get a little more defined darks. Oh, I also have, so I have tons of other videos. I started doing a series of sketching figures and portraits. So I'm relearning how to do that, so that should be pretty fun and interesting for you guys to follow along if you'd like to check that out. I do the oil painting demos. I also do sketches of masterworks. And that's kind of my way to study the works of the landscape masters from the 1800s, stuff like that, and hopefully start applying those elements to my works of art. I think it's fun. It's a good change of pace. It's good tonal practice. I want to darken this up in here. burnt umber, phthalo blue. Since it made its way in, I'll let it come back in some more. Everything's shaky on the disc. You have to check and tighten some things up and figure out. I think I need a spritz of water. Spritz of water. Spritz of water. Okay, we're going to take that. Now hopefully this will stand out a little bit more. Okay, let's try off, take a look. Alright, I'll put a mat over it and see how it looks. And then I'll get this video uploaded to YouTube. So I hope you enjoyed. Once again, I'm Andrew Broussard. And hopefully I'll see you soon for another YouTube tutorial. Alright, have a great day. Bye.